Hello friends, we are solving MCQs over reduction formulae, beta and gamma function. So let's start with the examples. The example is the value of the integral. We will write the integral first. Integration 0 to infinity a raised to minus 4 x square dx by using the substitution. Substitution is given a raised to minus 4 x square is equal to e raised to minus t. Also, the substitution is dx equal to 1 by 4 under root log a into t raised to minus half. So using this substitution, what will be our answer? So we will substitute the things first. So we have integration 0 to infinity a raised to minus 4 x square dx is equal to integration 0 to infinity a raised to minus 4x square is e raised to minus t and dx is 1 by 4 under root log a into t raised to minus half dt. Okay, so 1 upon 4 under root log a is a constant. This will be integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus t into t raised to minus half dt. Okay, now we know the definition of gamma function. So gamma function says if gamma n equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus t into t raised to n minus 1 dt. Okay, if you will compare this term with the definition of gamma function, you can clearly see the value for n minus 1 is minus half. This implies n is equal to half. So this value equal to 1 upon 4 under root log a, this will be gamma n, and we got the value for n is equal to half. So this will be gamma half upon 4 under root log a, and gamma half value is under root pi. This will be under root pi upon 4 under root log a. Okay, so this is your answer. If you'll observe, option C is the right answer. Next question. Now this is the definition, just the formula for integration 0 to pi sin raised to mx into cos raised to nx dx. Okay, so this is nothing but this value will be 2 times integration 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to mx into cos raised to nx dx if n is even and m is even or odd, anything. Okay, and this value again will be 0 when if n is odd and m is even or odd, anything. Okay, if you'll observe, they have given n is odd, this means this 0 will be our answer. So option A is the right answer. Next question. If in, one of the reduction formula is given to you, write down the reduction formula. In is equal to integration 0 to pi by 3 cos raised to nx dx, and what they are saying, this in is nothing but under root 3 upon n into 2 raised to n plus n minus 1 upon n into I n minus 2. So, and we need to find the value for I2. So what is I2? This is our question. So in this given reduction formula, if I will put n is equal to 2, then see what will happen. If we will put n equal to 2 in this reduction formula, then this term will be I2 equal to under root 3 upon 2 into 2 raised to 2 plus 2 minus 1 upon 2 into 2 minus 2 will be 0. So this is equal to under root 3 upon 4 into 2 8 plus 1 by 2 into I0. So our next aim is calculate this I0, and this I0 will be obtained from the given example, and the given example is in is equal to integration 0 to pi by 3 cos raised to nx into dx. If we'll put n is equal to 0, then see what will happen. If we'll put n equal to 0, then this term will become I0 equal to integration 0 to pi by 3 cos raised to 0 cos raised to n, so this will be cos raised to 0 x dx. So this is equal to integration 0 to pi by 3 cos raised to 0 is 1, so what remains only dx, and integration will be x under limit 0 to pi by 3, so this will be pi by 3 minus 0, so that is nothing but pi by 3 only. Now put this value of I0 into this given I2. Okay, this is value for I2. See this, what will happen? This will be I2 equal to under root 3 upon 8 plus 1 by 2 into pi by 3. So this is equal to under root 3 by 8 plus pi by 6. If you observe the answer, then you can clearly see option C is the right answer. Next question. To evaluate this integral, write down the integral. Integration 0 to infinity x cube upon e raised to x square dx using the substitution. Substitution is given e raised to x square equal to e raised to t. Also to substitute dx is equal to 1 by 2 t raised to minus half dt. Now we will have to substitute this x cube too, so we need to calculate what is the value for x cube. So from this equation, if you will take log on both sides, so what you will get, log of e raised to x square equal to log of e raised to t. This implies x square equal to t. This implies x is equal to under root t. Therefore if you will cube on both sides, this will be x cube is equal to root t cube, and this is nothing but t raised to 3 by 2. So we got the value for x cube also. Now using all the substitution into the given integral, so what we get, integration 0 to infinity x cube upon e raised to x square dx, this value equal to integration 0 to infinity. We calculated x cube is t raised to 3 by 2 upon e raised to x cube, x square is e raised to t into dx, and dx is given 1 by 2 t raised to minus half dt. So this is equal to 1 by 2 integration 0 to infinity e raised to t is in the denominator, so it will go in the numerator, it will become e raised to minus t, and this will be t raised to 3 by 2 minus half dt. Okay, now this is equal to 1 by 2 integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus t raised to 1 dt. Now we know the formula, we know the definition of gamma n. Gamma n is integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus t into t raised to n minus 1 dt. Okay, if we will compare the definition of gamma function with this, okay, you can see the value for n minus 1 is 1. The value for n minus 1 is 1. So this implies n is equal to 2. Therefore our integral, what is our integral? Integration 0 to infinity x cube upon e raised to x square dx will be 1 by 2 integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus t into t raised to 1 dt equal to 1 by 2, and this value is nothing but gamma 2. Okay, which value? This whole value is gamma 2, and we know gamma n plus 1 is n factorial. So gamma 2 is nothing but gamma 1 plus 1, so this will be 1 factorial upon 2, which is again 1 by 2. So option C is the right answer. Thank you. If you liked my videos, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.